It's not Baywatch for Alexandra Daddario anymore because she's found love in the arms of film producer Andrew Form. Their love story is just so romantic. The lovebirds met by chance, fell in love in lockdown, then got engaged in Greece. They married in 2022 and have lived blissfully as husband and wife since.
What's that been like for you?
It's been great. He's a wonderful man.
Alexandra Daddario first stole our hearts with her role as Annabeth Chase in the Percy Jackson film series. The actress has come a long way since Camp Half-Blood, and while navigating the daunting Hollywood scene, she has found someone to accompany her on the rest of her journey. In 2020, at the height of the pandemic, Alexandra first crossed paths with television and film producer Andrew Form. The world was locked indoors, learning how to make sourdough bread from TikTok videos. The streets of New York City, known as a site of bustling human activity, were now deserted, save for two strangers who by chance had been walking on the same route. They crossed paths, walking in opposite directions. The attraction was immediate for both of them. He turned back and said hi just as I was turning around to glance back at him. I laughed and said hi, Daddario said. After laughing about being the only two people on what is normally an incredibly busy street, Andrew asked if he could take the star to dinner. However, Form was leaving New York the next day for work, so the lovebirds would wait until he returned from Europe to have their first date. Like his partner, Form is in the entertainment industry, only he works behind the scenes. He is best known for his work on the films A Quiet Place and its sequel, The Purge, and the Amazon Prime series Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan. Weeks after asking the actress out, Andrew finally returned to New York. He was staying at the Greenwich Hotel, where the pair had their first date. It was very casual, nothing fancy, given the pandemic restrictions.
Totally locked down for COVID. I think we were the only people, maybe one other person was staying in the hotel, and we had the whole, right by the fireplace, the whole downstairs to ourselves. And
their second date was the same because there was nothing else to do at the time. We just took over the Greenwich Hotel, Daddario joked. The lovebirds quietly dated for a few months before publicizing their relationship and making it Instagram official. In May 2021, the actress shared a sweet black and white picture of the two embracing. Her caption was an ode to her lover, and we just can't get enough of it. It was dark and cold and rainy today, a terrible combination, and it didn't make it warmer to wrap him up in my arms. But it did make it all seem lovely and nice and joyful, she captioned the snap. How sweet is that? Just 2 months after sharing their relationship with the world, Daddario and Form made their red carpet debut at the LA premiere of The White Lotus. They looked absolutely stunning and oh so in love. The actress shared a snap of them from the red carpet with the caption, "The only things I want touching my body are Dolce & Gabbana and Andrew Form." Then in September 2021, the lovebirds bought themselves a love nest. The two moved into a Los Angeles mansion, described as a French Mediterranean style with grounds reminiscent of the French countryside. With such a stunning house, it's no surprise the couple likes to spend date nights at home. It's our version of a night out at the club, Alexandra once said. We're gonna get a little wild, open a bottle of wine, and fight over chess, she added. If this isn't couple goals, we don't know what is. By the end of 2021, Daddario and Form were engaged. The blue-eyed beauty visited her beau while he was filming a season of Jack Ryan in Greece. He took me to the Four Seasons there so we could be by the beach, she shared, adding, he went outside and I followed him, and he turned around and proposed, and then we walked and had a pina colada. The simplicity of their proposal just makes this love story even more romantic. The actress shared the news of her engagement on Instagram with a heartfelt tribute to her fiancé. There was an adorable picture of the two smiling. In the caption, she commended Form for being a wonderful man who handles everything in life with grace and compassion. I love how we've been chastised and separated by flight attendants on multiple international flights because we are like teenagers, the actress wrote. She ended the post by saying, Andrew, you are the greatest, most formidable love of my life. I couldn't be luckier. Roughly 6 months after their engagement, the lovebirds tied the knot. They held a chic, vintage-style ceremony in New Orleans. In an interview with Women's Health magazine in September 2022, Daddario reminisced about the early days of her and Form's relationship and their wedding. When I met Andrew, we just both knew, she said, adding, the wedding was wonderful. It felt a bit like an inevitable conclusion, so I feel really at peace, she shared. While their New Orleans wedding was a thing from dreams, the bride didn't initially plan to marry there. At first, the plan was to get married in Italy. I wanted to drink Italian wine for 3 days straight, Daddario explained.
We even jumped, like first we were gonna get married in Montana and then Italy, and then I shot a show in New Orleans. So I was like, let's just get married in New Orleans.
However, after spending time in the land of blues, the actress fell in love with the city. The location began to feel like fate. "It's a city full of music and life," the White Lotus star said. The actress's wedding dress was all the rage. She had no idea how much people, especially wedding TikTok, would freak out about her gown. Alexandra wore a pleated off-white dress by Danielle Frankel. "I'm not the type of girl who's dreamed of her wedding. I had no idea what I wanted to wear, but I knew I didn't want it to be super traditional," the actress said. She was inspired by Meghan Markle when deciding on what to wear down the aisle. Once she found the Frankel dress, it was like everything about Daddario's wedding was written in the stars. "That was just the one that felt right, and I didn't overthink it, and I just went with my gut," she explained. Not only was this a union between lovers, but Form was previously married and had 2 sons. The wedding was the creation of a blended family too. The director's children were the ring bearers and groomsmen on the big day. Daddario is now a stepmother to Rowan, who is 6 years old, and Julian, who is 9. However, stepping into the shoes of a parent doesn't intimidate Alexandra at all. In fact, being part of Andrew's family is sort of her dream come true.
But I've always wanted to be a mom and be married. I think from when I was young. I've never been scared of monogamy or settling down or anything like that.
Since tying the knot, this celebrity couple has been quietly enjoying their marriage. We've seen them hit the red carpet together once or twice, but Daddario and Form are both very busy with work. "He's a very hard-working man," the star once said of her husband. The brunette beauty is no different. One thing that makes this relationship work so well, despite an 18-year age gap, is that Andrew and Alexandra are both very career-focused. The star has been acting since she was 15 years old. Now, at 37, the actress has shown the world that she's serious about what she does. "There's stuff I've done that people don't take super seriously, which is fine, but I've always taken my character seriously, and so I've always found something in each project," Daddario shared. Her attitude has made for a robust resume filled with movies and television shows that span genres from action to comedy to horror. In the last 10 years, she starred in Texas Chainsaw Massacre and the Baywatch remake with Zac Efron and The Rock. The actress had a pivotal role in the first season of HBO's breakout series White Lotus. Now she's leading the highly anticipated series Mayfair Witches on AMC. And that's just a tiny snippet. It's so heartwarming when our favorites find their happily ever after. Alexandra Daddario's relationship with Andrew Form is no exception. From their by-chance first encounter to their dreamy aesthetic wedding, their romance is a fantasy. Here's to love. May it continue to brighten our days till the end of time. That's all we have for you today. As always, thanks for choosing us. Spread the word and don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell for more celebrity stories. Be well and be kind.